Yeah. Jesus. So, how's it going? Yeah, I assume most people won't be awake. But if any of you are, let me start by saying, don't don't do what I just did and allow a breakup to derail even a week of your life, because first and foremost, it's not good for you, no matter what. I mean, you could say it's not a good look, it's not this, it's not that, but like, it's not, it's not good for you. The last thing anyone, anybody, wants to deal with is, I mean, and look, I have a lot of friends who have been, beyond supportive, and it's taxing, and the thing is, like, it's taxing for them. I mean, the main thing is that most people are, if you've been there for people in your life, they'll be there for you. Yeah, that's always going to be true. To whatever extent. My problem is that I can tend to spread myself too thin, trying to help out, a lot of people, and it's not even a question of that not coming back, because it does, but no matter what, basically, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're neglecting. Hey, what's up, man? You're basically, you know, you're neglecting some area of your life. You know what I mean? Like, it's oh shit, 32 people. That's cool. Yeah, man, I'm good. I am now. I wasn't for this last week. But you know, it happens. It happens when, happens when you have you know, you go through breakups. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, you go through a breakup, and and going through a breakup can last fucking forever. Um, Thank you, Namas, but I don't know what that means, but I'll take it in stride, man. Um, so yeah, do I prefer shaved, man? I'm from the first world. Sorry. Um, but what's not good, like, um, well, so look, so basically, here's what it comes down to, right? Um, you know, um, you're with somebody. I mean, because I'm from the first world. Yeah, he asked if I preferred a girl to shave or not. I mean, what am I gonna say? But yeah, dude, like, yeah, no, so, girl and I broke up. Yeah, this era, yeah, pretty much what I'm saying. I mean, no offense to, you know, I mean, bro, if you just like a girl, what happened, my girl and I broke up, and it came at a time where I had all kinds of shit going on with work and everything else, literally just fucked my foundation, and things like that can happen. Um, you know, she thought I was cheating on her, which I was not, but yes, I have, Stu. Um, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm pissed off that it stopped me from posting a prediction video. Although looking at the card now, it's like a completely unrecognizable. Aside from like the main event and like maybe 3 or 4 other fights, it looks like the card is a completely different card. Yeah, no, Caleb, exactly, exactly. Now, obviously, some of you may know that's easier said than done. I mean, I feel like this cheese dick fucking vape, which I mean, I smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke vapes. I'm not high, bro. I would tell you. Um, no, I have not sniffed on their way, bro. Um, so this vape, right? This is one of hers. I feel like in like what do you call it? Not closure. Closure. By the way, closure. If any of you are ever looking for closure, um, you're fucked. Like that's just not a thing. So but anyway, um, yeah, no, I know these are terrible for your lungs. Don't smoke vapes. Um, the only reason I'm smoking it is for closure, which is not gonna happen. I'm joking. By the way, tell me these aren't marketed to children with the fucking fruit flavored bullshit. Have I done backdoor? Yeah, Stu. I've lived a life, bro. Like, don't. Um, sick baby. No, dude, don't buy a vape. Vapes are fucking trash. No, Marlboro Reds, and I'll quit. I'll quit cigarettes in the next 3 or 4 years. I mean, but it would be professionally irresponsible of me to do so right now. And I mean, that's not bullshit. I mean, no one wants to do. People like my friends and family and shit just dealt with me coming off of a breakup. The last thing they need is for me is to deal with me quitting smoking. I mean, but look, I do apologize to all of you, given that I did not this week post a prediction video or betting advice for today's card. So the best I can do to make up for that is to get into it now. How old am I? Olivia. How old do I look, Olivia? I'd probably be old as shit, right? Let me not play games. I'm 32. My I guess X is was 31. But anyway, so yeah, so basically, I mean that's what happened. But anyway, I will be back on my shit. Starting with next week's card. Although, what I can do for this week's card is I just watched MMA Guru's prediction video. Now, here's the problem, is that when he dropped his prediction video, which was only 3 days ago, there seems to have been a fair amount of changes to the card. So, one thing I'm happy about, Bernardo Sopaj, the Albanian, who I have a very strong distaste for, seems to not be fighting. As well as the original opponent of who was it, of Elizu Zaleski dos Santos, his original opponent is gone, replaced with Zach Scroggin, who I think has less than no chance. Am I an MMA fighter? Not an MMA fighter. I have 12 years of Taekwondo experience, a fifth on black belt, and a few years of Muay Thai. Somewhat inconsistent Muay Thai. Um, I have I have a few friends that are professional MMA fighters. Um, no, no, I'm good. I'm good on joining the MMA or the MMA. I'm good on pursuing that as a career. I mean, I do have a career in film. I am a semi-professional gambler. I have some real estate stuff on the side. Do I like Legos? It's a weird question. But I did when I was a kid, Legos. Have I done groups? How did I end up on the stream, Joe? Which wait, what stream, Joe? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean, Shifty. Like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Bots, Joe. Like, I don't know what you mean. Oh, I don't know Joe Holden. I'm on a stream with, I don't know who that is. I mean, enlighten me. I really don't know. But anyway. So look, I really do. I feel like, I do feel an obligation to my channel and those of you that follow me. Um, um, Joe Holden. Oh, Joe. I don't know who Joe Holden is asking if I like Legos. Oh yeah, two at a time. Bro, you keep asking me sex questions, Joe. Have I ever had a threesome? Of course. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Shifty. I don't know anything about Joe Holden. Um, quick abs check. Uh, my abs are somewhat diminished, but they'll be back. Oh, Jesus. Wait, Joe Holden, you're a kid. Okay. Alright, Joe Holden, yeah, you should probably not be on a stream where I'm cursing and talking about breakups and shit. But regardless, no, I'm not that hairy, bro. I mean, I'm Sicilian, but I'm not like, I'm not Turkish or, Anyway, so, alright, so here's my, basically, I'm gonna give you guys my prediction. What's going on? Yes, I'm Sicilian. Sicilian is Southern Italian. Now, what's going on, Shifty, is I'm going live to explain why I've been MIA for a week. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, basically, I mean that's what this is. Oh, this stream is to explain why I've been out for a week and to give you guys, my picks for today's card. Where in Sicily? A town called Caltagirone, which is near Catania, sort of in between Catania and Mount Etna. Well, I mean, my English is good because I grew up in the United States for the most part. I mean, I was 7 years old coming over. Um, mm, just random talking nonsense. Yeah, I know, dude. It is what it is. But look, so anyway, um, Shifty, I appreciate you and a few others, asking what's up, what's been going on. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah. So pretty much, so I mean, just a really bad breakup. That's it. I mean, is what it is. I mean, whether or not we get back together is probably. I mean, you have to expect that it probably won't happen. Which is a shame. Um, who's really at fault? I mean, it's a little bit both ways. But anyway, so let's talk about this card because it seems like this card has changed drastically since I last looked at it. All right, so we still got the same main event. So I watched MMA Guru's prediction video, and the of the fights that are the same, him and I. Thank you, I appreciate that, man. So of the fights that are the same, all right. It looks like Melissa Mullins has a different opponent. But you know what? Let me just go through, and I'm gonna give you guys my picks for this card. And I can even give you betting advice because I mean, this if you follow my strategy, which is round robins. Sorry. Ugh. Sorry, I swear to God, it's cold in here. I'm not. I'm not crying. Although that would be funny. Um, but yeah. So anyway, all right. So we have first fight is Let me get a cigarette. Okay. Yeah. See what happens with a breakup is like, you know, um, like if you have like your close friends are either going like your close friends like fucking ride or die friends, they're gonna go one of two ways. They're gonna be disgusted with you. They'll be there for you, but they'll be disgusted with you. And then others will be almost overbearing in their like, we got you, bro. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it's like, it's like, it's kind of like leave me the fuck alone. So it's like, it's hard to, it's almost like you can't win. So anyway, I don't know, it doesn't. But I don't know, maybe. Anyway, so alright, so let's go. So fucking alright, so first of all, Melissa Mullins versus Claudia Segula. So I mean, I feel like this one is this one's just almost obvious. Melissa Mullins has I mean, you know, though she herself is hit or miss. She was knocked out by Nora Cornole, which yeah, I mean that's a rough one. How's my musical? What's up? How's my week off, dude? It was horrible, man. I was fucking dealing with the worst breakup of my life. But I'm back. Sorry, not in time to have made my usual prediction video and betting advice video for this card. So, I'm trying to get. How long was I with her? 7 years, man. 7 years. So, Yeah, it's pretty rough, but yeah. Oh, why disgusted, Chipsy? Well, when I say disgusted, what I mean is that they're not genuinely disgusted. I'm saying Shifty is asking about your longest for 7 years. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, this was my longest too, to be honest. Um yeah, Shifty's asking why oh, I just did I? I feel like he if he I mean did he disappear? Someone was telling me he, but I don't know what happened. Um I'm happy I could provide like a waiting room. Do I speak Sicilian dialect? I do actually. Um Sicilian dialect's about yeah, oh, he took 4 days off. Well, I mean, he's more of a professional as far as this goes than I am. I mean, I have my other jobs and everything, but I mean, I don't like to be inconsistent. So, let me just say that, you know, rain or shine, get back together or don't, I will. Oh, he's playing it off. I mean, what do did he crash out or did he get doxxed and have to deal with it? Is the thing. Because I mean, I mean, because MMA Guru, like, you guys gotta realize, like, his whole life is MMA. I mean, he said it in his breakdown video that I just watched. That like his life revolves around his life is weekends. You know what I mean? Everything else that he does is like I mean, it's not filler, but it's like everything else is pretty much yeah. It's fucking MMA. It's just the weekends, and I mean, to a certain extent, my life can be that way too. I mean, there's soccer this morning, and then there's MMA, like and I mean, I'm just like getting to where I care about the important shit in my life. I mean, Bundesliga is gonna start in like a few minutes, and which I only like the only games I care about watching today, soccer wise, are Serie A. I think Parma plays Como, but there's there's some more that I have money on. Did I ever cheat? I didn't. I actually didn't. Um, I do speak Sicilian still. Shitty, he has done this before. He had a bad weed experience and went cold turkey and also took 4 days off. Oh, is that true, musical? Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, look, man. Like, I mean, look. You gotta. I mean, I'm on MMA Guru side when it comes to that kind of stuff. Not because not because he told me to make a channel and has been supportive of my channel, but because I literally just went through something similar. I mean, you know, I think I think that someone deserves the benefit of the doubt in a situation like that, and I mean. I get that it's annoying for people who, because I mean, he, see, I mean, I have the way that I kind of structured my channel is, you know, like I always say, I discourage people from betting. I'm aware that people will anyway, and so I'd like to. I like to you know, try to provide people with betting advice that is sound. Now, fortunately, it happened on a card where I feel like, I mean, if you're betting on this card, like, this might be the card the only card I might encourage betting on, which I don't, but you know, I mean, I feel like so many of these fights are open and shut. I mean, I did just watch his video, MMA Gurus, and I think he and I might have a single disagreement. But let's go through this card, like, because I don't really have time. I mean, my friend who I do prediction videos with, I mean, it's 6:30 in the morning here, so I mean, it's rough to to like get him out here. I'm still coming off like a breakup, so to try to do a half-ass butchered like actual video. Oh, what was it called? Daddy's Head. That's cool, dude. Musical. I wonder. I've thought about that since I am in film. If I should ever fuck with like doing You don't remember him missing any cards in the few years I watched Guru since he's been making bank off the. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I mean, I apologize. I mean, my channel, I mean, his channel is like what, like 4 years deep, right? I mean, I imagine that here and there he may have missed one, but I'm not about to sit here and make excuses. I mean, you know, just maybe any of you out there going through breakup, try to. It's easier said than done, but try to stay the course of like of your life. Don't I have, man. I have. Um, but anyway, let me get into this card. So, all right. So Melissa Mullins versus Claudia Segula. Um, Claudia Segula, I don't believe was her original opponent. She's making her debut in the UFC. Um, Watching a little bit of her regional stuff. I mean, I just don't think you know, that she's prepared to. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, he didn't. You're right, musical. He didn't do a. I remember because Edmonton was last week, and people were telling me that I was the new waiting room for MMA Guru, and then he never showed up. I feel like the catharsis of my breakup is to finish this fucking vape. My girlfriend lives here. I thought he did. I thought he did show up for Izzy versus DDP, but I could be wrong. No, what I was talking about is his prediction videos, because I mean, I can't remember him missing one of those, and that's what I feel bad about having done that. Okay, yeah. So I'll I'll be live for for this for today's card. Um, you know, and I mean he probably will. Well, I mean I don't want to. I mean not that I would be taking people away from his channel. So I mean who knows. But I'll be live until he shows up at the very least. Oh, nice! You're a gig. That's cool. Um. When you say showing up, wait, what do you mean by that showing up? You mean showing up live or showing up? Because I mean, to me, honestly, it's more important I think to have a prediction video out as well as betting advice. But I mean, I'd like to do all three for every card just because it's, you know. Mm. Yeah, no, yeah, you said that. I think like I mean, because I mean, look, my whole thing is that, you know, people doing betting advice for or even predictions for incomplete amounts of, you know, cards. Or and also, I mean, you know, I mean, I get that MMA guru. I mean, he's, you know, he's sought after. He turns down sponsors. He turns down other things, and so to do a prediction video early, and then the card changes, you know, as much as this one has, and to not go back and do, you know, to amend predictions based on the changing of the card. Yeah, that reminds me. Yo, musical. You a Bob Dylan fan? You know that song "Changing of the Guards." Um, that's my shit. But anyway, all right. So here, all right. So Melissa Mullins versus Claudia Segula. Um, I'm taking. Yeah, it's a good song, man. Um, so I'm gonna take Claudia. Or I'm sorry. Holy shit! Wow, that was not true. I'm taking Melissa Mullins. I think. I mean, experience in the octagon being what it is, um, you know, I also don't, you know, I mean, Claudia Segula, I mean, she's Polish. She's had a decent amount of regional success. They're both 6-1, but I mean, how many? I mean, octagon experience counts for something. Univa, Univa. So okay, so you're asking if I speak Sicilian dialect. So like, for example, like instead of vieni qui, it's venica. Like meaning come here. Meaning like come here, bitch. Fucking. Alright. So yeah, so of Melissa Mullins' two octagon fights, um, though I don't like the KO loss to Nora Cornoy. I think that Melissa Mullins is, I mean, she's better rounded. She did miss weight. I mean, it's possible that, you know, you know, given, you know, a stretch. I mean, yeah, I just don't see it though. Do I have a girl? I mean, you know, at the moment, no. I mean, you know, do I have prospects? Yeah. But like, I'm still in that state of mind where it's like I would like to get back together with a girl that just the one where we just broke up, but and yeah, but I mean, who's to say? Anyway, Melissa Mullins, definitely taking Melissa Mullins. Treson Gore versus Antonio Trocoli. Okay, so Antonio Trocoli, aside from beating on his girl, he's had very limited success. Um, he's I believe the only finish that Shara has had. Um, you know, a no contest on the Contender Series. Um, you know, another one regional fight. You know, win by submission in a regional, and you know, fighting Brazilian fighting series. But I mean, the knockout loss to Shara was, I mean, that age as well only only because Shara knocked out Armin Petrosian, who was basically handpicked to beat him. Yeah, I hope you're paid well for the gig too, man. Anyway, yeah, Chokely, Chokely's trash. As far as I'm concerned, I think that. I mean, I think that that's pretty much agreed upon at this point. You know, I'd be very surprised to see him pull the victory over Jason Gore. I mean, Gore's Muay Thai. I mean, you know, in a Muay Thai, I mean, and I think Chokely is. That's cool, musical. Seriously. I think that, Jason Gore is pretty much 100%, you know, like, you know, I mean, so, I mean, the loss to Cody Brundage is, it is what it is. The loss to Brian Battle does age well. But, you know, the knockout of Josh Trent, I mean, there's a bit of inactivity. It's hard. See, this is one of those ones where it's like, you know, it's almost like they're, you know, it's one of those. It's almost like the Chris Weidman and Eric Anders fight, which belongs nowhere near a main card. But you know, I think that also, you know, this fight is just, you know, it's one of those fights that's gonna probably be more interesting than, you know, than it looks. Just given, I mean, you know, you got a lot of things at play, but you know, I mean, is Antonio Chokely gonna be able to, you know, really strike effectively at distance, keep distance? I mean, because his grappling is trash. I think Chason Gore could submit him. I think Chason Gore could shoot takedowns and submit him easily. And I'm going with Chason Gore for sure. Damon Blackshear and Cody Stamen. Now, as much as it kills me to side with Damon Blackshear, you know, I had Montel Jackson beating him and he laid him out in 19 seconds or whatever it was. You know, I think Blackshear has his back against the wall. Yeah, on a 2-fight losing streak, you know, he did submit Jose Johnson, but you know, that is what it is. Lacerda, knockout. He went the distance against Fareed Basharat. But to be honest, Cody Stamen, I mean, Lopoulos put it on him. He lost to Douglas Silva de Andrade, which, you know, I mean, Miles Johns no longer being on this card is a little bit annoying. I think Johns would have had that fight. By the way, I'm a big oh, is that true? I mean, probably, dude, probably because I'm on Pacific time and my hours are fucking weird, dude. Like, I'm up in the middle of the night. I mean, I woke up probably 2 hours ago. Woke up 2 hours ago, threw out a bunch of trash, got my shit together, and decided, yeah, let me, you know, instead of, like, being a casualty of hold on, musically you're saying there were several outputs for this card. What do you mean by that? You mean several like changes and shit? Because I mean that's, you know, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm looking at this card and I'm like, the fuck? I was like, was I out for 2 weeks or like? Oh, pullouts, yeah. Yeah, man, it's weird. But yeah, I mean, and I think that's better. See, I would much rather. Yeah, I mean, if any card is the card that I missed doing a prediction video and a betting advice video for, I think this might be the one that's almost the most self-explanatory. I mean, you know, like let me get through the rest of it, and then I will actually I'll give you guys like the um the round robins that I think I'm gonna do. Your autocorrect game. Um, but you're a literate guy. Like, come on, you could probably type it correct the first time, no? All right. So Cody Stamen is just a disaster. I think that I think he's been in the UFC for a minute. He's had how many fights? Oh, he's been in the UFC for a good while, but he has yet to impress me with a single victory. What does he have? One finish? Yeah, he's got one finish. There's a TKO against Eddie Wineland, which I mean, I can't what are you gonna say to that? I mean, I think Lopeless really, showed him to be, pretty defenseless against just, any kind of real output. I think Damon Blackshear is actually a better wrestler. Um, Damon Blackshear hey, what's up, dude? Damon Blackshear is a guy who he fights in a similar style to Derek Brunson in his prime, and we're not talking about the Derek Brunson that got humiliated by Izzy. We're talking about a little bit further back, and I think Damon Blackshear actually has this, believe it or not. Now, the next fight is I believe the one and only disagreement that MMA Guru and I have, which is Semmelsberger versus Charles Radke. Now, Matthew Semmelsberger is somebody that has had chance after chance to win a fight, and he's fucked it up. Like, now I don't want to sound like my take is like a carbon copy of MMA Guru, so let's go a little bit deeper. All right. His last win, so of his last 5 fights, he's won one in the UFC, which is, and that was a Jake Matthews victory. The split decision loss to Jeremiah Wells. A lot of people felt that was a robbery. I don't share that opinion. You think Denise Gomez? I mean, if you exclude the main event, and I think Carlos Prates might be the biggest lock, to be honest. I don't see Carlos Prates fucking going Mike Malott on Magny. Magny's coming off that Morales loss. Magny would have to. Well, here we'll get to that. So yeah. Anyway, I don't think Semmelsberger has the knockout power that Radke does. I think Radke, he's got, 3-inch reach advantage that Semmelsberger has, a little bit less of a height advantage. I think that Radke can come up the middle. Similar to his fight with Urbina, Radke has a tendency to headhunt. And I think that that's gonna do. I mean, that honestly is basically all he needs. I could see Charles Radke getting this done by finish, by KO, TKO. But it's this isn't a round robin lock, but I would say that he definitely has the ability to take Semmelsberger out. Now, the next fight, Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos versus Zach Scrogan. This one is a goddamn lock. I'm sorry. Sorry to Scrogan. Now, Zaleski dos Santos has had an impressive career. Now, the loss to Randy Brown, a lot of people cried robbery on that. I didn't, although it was a very close fight. I think that the draw to for Kretinov was a very good fight. The draw with, or I'm sorry, the decision win over Benoit Saint Denis does speak volumes. I mean, I also think that he has a lot of knockout power that has not been seen in a while. Now, does that have to do with his age? Yeah, Zachary Scott. I know, man. I know. Now, here, let's take a closer look at Zachary Scroggin, who, I mean, let's not be, not be completely unfair to a man who deserves not much more. So he's got a reach, or a 1-inch reach advantage, and he is what? He's he's younger by 9 years. His regional career, Fighting Alliance Championship, not the greatest promotion, I'll be honest, and I do know it. I do watch regional MMA. I think I made a short video about that. And I do know who he is. And he did just win. He did just win a championship by decision. Against Busia. But the reality of Zach Scrogan is that you get these guys coming into the UFC 7-0. So I went draw no bet for Parma. You're asking about Venezia versus Parma right now. I think that Venezia, making it back up to Serie A, I think they're gonna go right back down, a la Cremonese. Where are they? Where are they on the board right now? I mean, Parma's done. If I'm not mistaken, has Parma or Como done the best of the three that just came up? Is it one each at halftime? Yeah. See, draw no bet is something that Slim MMA, who am I betting on tonight? In the main event, I'm taking Prates. But I mean, I just don't. I don't see Prates getting fraud checked. It just I think that Prates hold. So let's look at Prates' fights, right? So he fought his first fight against Trevin Giles. I had Prates, and I'm thinking the whole first round. I was thinking, what the fuck are you doing, right? Because he looked sluggish, and then I realized he was just waiting to snipe his KO shot. His second fight, no, I didn't quit cigarettes, bro. No, that'd be professionally irresponsible. This vape was my ex-girlfriend, so for catharsis, I'm gonna probably cash this vape out. But anyway, yeah. So oh hey, Real Madrid just beat Osasuna. Wow, 4-0. I should pull up. Hold on, let me see. Sorry about that. No, my battery didn't die. Yeah. So no, I just took a look at Saga. So I could pull it up. So I have it right here. Yeah. So far games that I have money on. You guys, if there's the reason that BetUS, which I have no affiliate, I was accused of having affiliations with BetUS and Curio, which I don't. I don't think either of them. I think BetUS might have just started sponsoring certain YouTube sites, which is fine because their algorithms don't fuck you. But they don't sponsor me. I have no affiliation with them. I'm not. I'm like short of being monetized by maybe 1,000 watch hours, something like that, or maybe a little less, maybe 800. Process Robertson, Abdul Malik, and Gomez in a parlay. That's a good parlay. So that's a very good parlay. I hope you round robined it. To protect yourself from losing whatever you put down. Because then because honestly, this card, man, like I mean, there's there's the Semmelsberger fight, which is not the biggest lock, but otherwise, I see all I see is locks for the most part. I mean, they're not locks, but I mean, I would say that those three and maybe even did you say Dos Santos? Those three or those four rather, and Dos Santos, like those on a 5-way parlay, 3-way round robin, I would say that you're good. However, don't encourage gambling, as I say. But yeah, as far as soccer goes right now, Bayer Leverkusen, I have they're up 1-0 at 31 minutes. Bayern is up 1-0, and Venezia and Parma at halftime are tied. One thing I do like about BetUS is that there's an option for draw no bet. So let's say you take a game on draw no bet, right? Let's say that game, Jesus, that game, that game becomes a draw, right? Then in that case, rather than lose your whole parlay, what happens is however much that game added to your parlay, you basically that comes off of it, and the game is essentially canceled from your parlay without your parlay being lost. That's what I did with Venezia Parma. I think Parma is going to win, but could be a draw. Now, it could be a win for Venezia, but I just don't think Venezia has, they've never been a particularly powerful team. The fact that they're back from Serie B, yeah, I think that'll be just as short-lived as it was for Cremonese. But anyway, so back to this card. Yeah, obviously I'm taking Dos Santos. I think Dos Santos is a solid bet for any round robin. Denise Gomez versus Carolina Kowalkiewicz. Denise Gomez, she, correct me if I'm wrong, but she did at one point, didn't she fight at flyweight? Yo, musical, my battery didn't die, man. Yeah. So, okay, so if your MMA knowledge is strong casual, yes, is that Zachary, so yes, you're essentially correct. He won a championship by unanimous decision coming off his last fight in a promotion that is trash mainly. I mean, I think that Venezia Parma's back from halftime. I should put that game on. But let me finish this card. So, all right. So Denise Gomez is. I mean, I don't think that the Mora fight was a robbery. The loss to Angela Hill, I don't necessarily rate that well. However, she knocked out Yasmin Jaregui, however the fuck you say it. She knocked out Bruna Brazil, you know, and I think at this point in her career, I mean, she's only 24 years old. She's only going to improve, and Karolina Kowalkiewicz, I feel that her best days are behind her. I mean, she's 39 years old. MMA Guru had this disagreement, Jessica Penne versus Erica. I took her opponent. I think that age plays a role no matter what. It's just a matter of what the age is given the fighter. I mean, you have your Glover Teixeiras and then you have your Tony Fergusons, And with women, it can sometimes be tricky because you have women like Angela Hill who, Angela Hill, this is why I say don't bet over-unders, because Angela Hill is, cute or not, man. Angela Hill, you could count on an Angela Hill fight, win or lose, going to decision, and then all of a sudden, 2 fights back, she gets her first submission at 39 years old. So, I mean, weird things happen. I've always felt Angela Hill was slightly underrated, but Angela Hill's not fighting. Now, was Denise Gomez necessarily ready for Angela Hill at 22 or 23, however old she was when she fought her? I don't think so. However, she wasn't Angela Hill's first submission win. And Karolina Kowalkiewicz, looking at, I mean, she lost to Jasmine Sindo. She beat Diana Belbita. Now, you want to talk about a cute fucking, like, a really cute female MMA fighter? That's Diana Belbita. She gets her face smashed in over and over, loses fights left and right. But goddamn, if she is, if she's not a piece of ass. Same with Vanessa Dimitopoulos, who I actually know sort of by association. My friend John, who's a professional MMA fighter, used to train with her and Johnny Walker when they were in California a while back. And Dimitopoulos, she did all right recently. I mean, she did all right after that loss, but I just don't see Kowalkiewicz beating Denise Gomez. I don't see it happening. I think Slim MMA. I think that's a safe parlay. And Mansour Abdul Malik versus Dushko Todorovic. So this fight, so you have Mansour Abdul Malik. He's coming off the Contender Series, coming off a good second round knockout. I believe I took him in that Contender Series fight. It's hard to remember the Contender Series fights. I actually did clean up pretty well on most of the Contender Series. There was the one episode where I did badly because I bet based on nationalism. I bet on the two Italians, and of course, fucking disappointed me. Dusko Todorovic, though, I mean, he's been in the UFC longer. Now, that's something that, you do want to put, you could put money on. However, he knocked out Jordan Wright. He was finished in the first round by Christian Leroy Duncan. Chidi knocked him out in the first round, and Chidi is no joke. Despite his last fight being a 29-28 unanimous, Chidi and Shaquani, he has first round knockout potential, and he's shown it quite a bit. I think that when it comes to Dusko Todorovic, I think that the people that he's lost to, any level of higher class opponent. I mean, he went the distance with Gregory Rodriguez, sure. Lost. I mean, Christian Leroy Duncan knocked him out in their last fight, and there's a bit of inactivity after that. If it were... Fuck, it's cold in here. Oh, yeah. Bro, yeah, man. I mean... yeah, why not, dude? I'm probably putting on soccer. Yeah, I'll probably stay live. What the fuck else? Better than going to a fucking support group, right? I'm joking. I'm not fucking... I mean, yeah. As with, just like anybody else, I got my fucking issues, but, yeah. Smoking a vape that's marketed to children, for fuck's sake. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, that's what it is. So, yeah, I mean, when's this, when are these fights on, though? They're at 1. Yeah, so I'll probably put on soccer in a second. Alright, so, I'm taking Mansour Abdul Malik over Todorovic. From there, so you got Jillian Robertson versus Luana Pinheiro. This fight is... I think Jillian Robertson is a fucking animal. I think that her and, I think Canadian women, unlike Canadian men, unlike Canadian men, I don't know what it is, but, like, I mean, maybe they need a new, prime minister up there. Maybe they could use, like, a strong female prime minister, because fucking Trudeau, man. Jesus Christ. But anyway, Pinheiro's Pinheiro's 11-3. She was the one who was submitted by Angela Hill. So I'm going, Frozen Chalice. I'm going with Radke. I think that's the one disagreement I have with MMA Guru. It's hard because this card has changed drastically since I last looked at it. And I mean, I'm sorry that as I said, sorry that I missed this card. You're going through some shit. Breakup and all that, and I feel bad that I wasn't able to have a prediction video and a betting advice video up for this. However, the card has changed so drastically that I feel like it would be it would almost be like, you know, it would be one that I would have to go back and amend regardless. Which I think not a lot of people do. A lot of people put their prediction videos up and then it winds up being, you know, like, you know, and that's why, that's why that one channel that I continually try to plug, you know, UFC predictions tracker, he might have a lot of trouble, like, trying to amass, like, you know, what people's actual picks are, you know? I mean, I did make that one video that, you know, may have been a little bit, it may have come off heavy-handed. You went with Semelsberg? Well, I mean, you know, who knows? I mean, I would like my picks to be public, and I mean, it's hard for me to do that this week. So like, you know, I'm doing it live, but like, you know, just to go back over the ones I've covered so far. I'm taking Melissa Mullins to beat Claudia Segula. I'm taking Treson Gore to beat Tricoli. I am taking Damon Blackshear to beat Cody Stamen. Hopefully I don't regret that. I'm taking Radke to beat Semmelsberger. Hope I don't regret that. Taking Zaleski dos Santos to beat Zach Scrogan. I'm positive almost that I won't regret that. Denise Gomez to beat Karolina Kowalkiewicz. I don't think I'll regret it. Mansur Abdul Malik to beat Dusko Todorovic, who, I mean, it's rare. It's rare that I take somebody who's debuting in the octagon to beat someone who isn't. But I think that I really do think that is a safe pick. And I'm taking Jillian Robertson to beat Luana Pinheiro. I think that speaks for itself. Jillian Robertson has improved pretty much with every fight she's been in. I mean, she decimated Polyana Viana. And then she retired Michelle Waterson Gomez, coming off a loss to Tabitha Ricci, but then before that, she's 2 back-to-back submissions. I think Jillian Robertson is headed for a title shot in the next 6 months. And next fight. Glad you asked that question. So Gaston Bolaños versus Cortavius Romeos. Okay. So what we have here is we have Cortavius Romeos, 5'4". Now Gaston Bolaños, okay, he has striking and not much else. I don't think his grappling says much. I think that Cortavius Romeos, I mean, the amount of arm bars that this guy is capable of are insane. He also has only 1 inch reach disadvantage over a guy who is 5 inches taller, or I'm sorry, 3 inches taller. So neither one of them are massive bantamweights. I think Romeos' striking is better. I think Bolaños is sluggish. In fact, I think he's so sluggish that, you know, against a smaller, faster opponent, I mean, I think he could be knocked out. Let me just check on his, is he debuting? No, he's fought, okay, so he has the 1 win, Aaron Phillips, he beat by decision. Aaron Phillips, who has not fought since. That was a year and a half ago. Well, you'd think he'd be a Greek dude, but I mean, you could see him being a black guy too. Now Gaston Bolaños was knocked out by Marcus McGee in the first, I believe that was the first, yeah, that was the first card of this year. Now, MMA Guru, I think you could check me on this. I had MMA Guru. I've been tracking my predictions against MMA Gurus because he is the only content creator I watch. And so I believe we only have one disagreement on this card, which is Semmelsberger versus Radke. Hopefully I get the win on that. I want this out there so that because I mean my whole thing now that I have this channel is that my predictions are public. Sorry about the show with my girlfriend. Sorry about not having a video up for this week and a betting advice video up for this week. I will say that I think that in terms of round robins, etc., that this card basically speaks for itself. In a lot of ways. The other thing is that there have been so many changes to it that, I mean, I was prepared to take Miles Johns. I think Miles Johns is a fighter that has gone grossly underrated. I've picked him to win. I know that I've gotten 2 up on MMA Guru just off Miles Johns. Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think that Miles Johns is a lot better than he's given credit for. I think that he's fucking headed for the rankings. Do I think that he's a bantamweight a future contender? Not necessarily. I think that do I see him as a future gatekeeper? But now let me clarify what I mean. Now, to my mind, a gatekeeper, okay, is a fighter who is ranked between, let's say, 8, 9, all the way to 15. Okay, Neil Magny has basically been assigned the role of gatekeeper. And that being the case, I think that Charles, see what Michael Morales did to Neil Magny. I mean, it separates. See, Neil Magny is no joke. Let me just make that clear. Okay, Neil Magny is no joke, and people who think that he is need only watch how he turned the Mike Malott fight around. Okay. Now, is Mike Malott a joke? Yes, he is to a degree a joke. Now, did he come through on my round robins for last week? Yes, he did. Barely. His striking was a little bit better. If not for his kicks, he would not have been able to fend off Trevin Giles. Not being able to fend off Trevin Giles at welterweight is just Trevin Giles, if he hasn't been cut, he should be. Then there's other fighters. Eric Anders versus Chris Weidman. See, Eric Anders just fought. I know he's not on this card. Eric Anders is on 309 on the fucking main card. Like, can I get a fucking Hail Mary to the fact that no one cares about Eric Anders versus Chris Weidman? I mean, maybe in the early prelims. But, the Jamie Pickett fight, where he basically had to lay on Jamie Pickett to win. That was a who wants to keep their job fight. Eric Anders kept his job. Now he's in another who wants to keep their job fight against Chris Weidman, who I poked the fuck out of Bruno Silva. Now Bruno Silva is another piece of trash. I'm sorry to say. And he was done away with in short order by a guy who did miraculously well. Yeah, okay, so next week I will definitely have for you guys as I have consistently aside from this card, I will have and because I was sick and wasn't able to do a betting video for the Tyra versus Rival fight. But I will absolutely have for you a what do you call it? Prediction video and a fucking and a Jesus Christ, sorry. Woke up like 2 hours ago. Woke up 2 hours ago, dusted off the shame of being what do you call it? Depressed over a breakup. Like Jesus fuck, Imagine Paul Craig pulls it off. So that's one that's, you know what? Actually, let's get into that a little bit. So let's finish this card, and let's get into next week a little bit. So Jillian Robertson beats Milana Pinheiro. I don't think there's any question. I am taking Romeos to beat Bolaños. Rainier DeRitter versus Gerald Meerschaert. I think that DeRitter is, despite his loss, and I fucking missed one championship, and I haven't even looked at the results. What? I mean, I'm assuming that Anatoly kept his title. I mean, that man is a fucking beast. He's the Fedor of today, by which I mean he is the only fighter outside the UFC who enters the UFC and puts up a fight over the champion in any weight class that he is champion of. I mean, there's an argument to be made that he puts up a harder fight against Tom Aspinall than John Jones does. However, also, I think that John Jones is going to be the toughest fight that Aspinall ever has. But I think he, I think his grappling against Pereira makes him a contender right off the bat. I think that he could outstrike or outgrapple Dricus if Strickland doesn't win the rematch. And who's plus 600? Is that Craig? Well, dude, see, this is why I don't pay attention to betting lines. I mean, I think Bo Nickel beats Paul Craig? I do because Paul Craig the fact that he was knocked out by Caio Borralho in Caio Borralho's first knockout. I mean, that does speak volumes. I think Paul Craig is not the Paul Craig that he used to be, the one who's the only person to ever beat or finish Ankalaev. I think that he does have a serious. Oh, hey, Parma's up 2-1, son, against Venezia. For anyone that doubted that pick for Serie A. See, that's the thing about betting lines, man. Anyway, sorry. Alright, so yeah, I'm taking Rainier DeRitter to beat Meerschaert. I think his grappling, I think Meerschaert will try to grapple. I think that Malakin. He has the one UAE Warriors first round knockout after Malakin took the belt off him. Now Malakin is just another level of power. I think that Malakin is 100%, as good as, almost as good. I think he could step into, the UFC and hold his own against anybody, in any of the 3 weight classes that he competes in. that he's championing. But anyway, main event: Carlos Prates versus Neil Magny. I think Carlos Prates snipes a fucking KO shot in the first round. Maybe the second. I mean, his body kick KO. I think it was a body kick KO against Charles Radke. I believe so. He. I'm in Hollywood, but my favorite Italian spot is actually in Los Feliz. It's a spot called Palermo. Yeah, if you know LA, yeah. But yeah, I mean, need I say more about Carlos Prates versus Neil Magny? I mean, I think Neil Magny. And what is he ranked right now, Neil Magny? Because whatever he's ranked is, I mean, that's Carlos Prates' new spot. Let's see. Yeah. They moved Sean Brady up. See, I hate when they do this, when they tie, Oh, you're in LA, man? Yeah, dude. Palermo and Los Feliz. Yeah, so when they have, so there's no one ranked fifth at welterweight, but JDM and Sean Brady are now both ranked fourth, which, like, why? I mean, does that make sense to anybody? I mean, Sean Brady hasn't. I mean, it'd be a different story if he fought, but. So all right, so I don't pick. By the way, pound for pound rankings, fuck that shit. Seriously, like fuck that shit. I mean, you're gonna, you got Sean Strickland at 14th, behind Pantoja, behind Holloway, behind O'Malley. Like, fuck off. Leon Edwards is still 9th. Tom Aspinall's 8th. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. Bilal Muhammad is 5th. What happened? And Shavkat's not even on the list. All right, so when Shavkat knocks Bilal Muhammad's dick in, this process of the cardio to go to distance, see, I don't know that it's necessarily that necessarily matters, man. I think the Carlos Prates, does Neil Magny have the fucking, like, does he have the goddamn liver to take the kick that, Prates threw at Radke that knocked him out in the first round? I mean, his striking is so. Carlos Prates will wait and see his first UFC fight. All right, okay. Carlos Prates has, yeah, he chain smoked. Yeah, just like, dude, when I competed in Taekwondo, I chain smoked as well. Like, you can defeat smoking cigarettes for a time. You can defeat chain smoking cigarettes with enough cardiovascular endurance. Like, I mean, you have to really work on it, right? This is the thing, right? Carlos Prates, he came out. Now, I took Carlos Prates to beat Trevin Giles in his debut. Okay. And I'm watching the fight, and I'm saying to myself, what the fuck is Prates doing? Yeah, I mean, true that. Now, the Diaz brothers, I mean, Nick Diaz didn't really showcase his best fighting in the UFC. Okay? That's an important thing to remember. His Pride fights, I believe it was Pride. His Pride fights were the ones that, where he was just executing people. Like, ugh. Sorry, it's fucking cold in here. The Shamrock fight, etc., etc. But anyway, let me say this. I think that Carlos Prates has a way. So I was bringing up the Trevin Giles fight, right? And Trevin Giles won the first round by outlanding Carlos Prates, who, who realized. Now this is in retrospect, right? What I realized in retrospect, watching that fight back, going into the Radke fight, right, was that what Carlos Prates does is he allows himself to basically just, to take damage if necessary, but not really take damage. Not in the way that Yuri takes damage. Yuri's the type of guy that has to take damage in the first round, as you saw in his fight with Rakic, to then come in and put it on somebody, right? Carlos Prates, while he's feeling out the extent of his opponent's abilities, he's also looking for their weaknesses. So in the second round of that Trevin Giles fight, it was 2.5 minutes in, he saw the moment for that left straight, and he threw it, and it was over. It was over. Like, bang, KO'd. Trevin Giles flat on his back, out. Okay. Now, if I'm maybe here, you know what? Let's rewatch Prates versus Radke, because I think that this fight was, this was the can we get a
UFC welterweight Carlos Prates thrives
oh.
Really the fight game. Boasting more than 100 Muay Thai fights in his career, the
100 Muay Thai fights.
Most of my friends
Vintage Anderson Silva to me. This dude is absolutely in the UFC.
Yeah, so this was his fucking.
My UFC debut was really good. It was really important for me because I fought against.
I don't think I can show this, but Giles versus Prates.
I lost the first round. He come with a really good game against me.
Yeah. So he's letting Giles. Yeah. So now Prates. And this is what I've said about Carlos Prates since this first fight. Bang. Okay, hits him with a knee and then bang. Snaps the left straight. Okay. So Radke, I believe this was now you see how he's holding Radke's arm a la Muay Thai. Yeah, what's up? Locks of the card, let me get that 1 second. I'm just going over Prates' technique. So now the Li Jingliang fight. Yeah, he put him right on the ground. Another left straight. I think, there's a left hook with Li Jingliang. Play any names? Yeah, dude. I'm going to. Sorry, I just wanted to rewatch that. So, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say no. Don't fucking stop with the over-unders, man. I'm gonna take for my round robin, alright? I'm going to take Prates beats Magny. I'm gonna take See, I'm very tempted to do Doridia versus Mir Sharp, but weird shit can happen. So I'm going to take Jillian Robertson. I'm going to take Carlos Prates. Okay. I'm going to take Elizu Zaleski dos Santos. Alright. I'm taking I'm gonna take Denise Gomez. And you know what? I'm gonna take Mansour Abdul Malik. Okay? So you're craving CSGO so badly. I mean, now I'm taking. Yeah. I'm gonna take I wanted to take the Ritter, but I'm gonna take Carlos Prates. I think I'm gonna do a 6-way. Or I'm gonna do a 6-leg parlay 4-way round robin. I'm going with Carlos Prates beats Neil Magny. Jillian Robertson beats Luana Pinheiro. I'm going with Mansour Abdul Malik beats Dusko Todorovic. I'm going to go with Denise Gomez beats Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Elizu Zaleski dos Santos beats Zach Scrogan. And you know what? Let me be safe. That's gonna be it. So that would be 5. I want to take Melissa Mullins. I want to take Trace Gore, but yeah, Dos Santos beats Zach Scrogan. Denise Gomez beats Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Abdul Malik beats Todorovic. Jillian Robertson beats Luana Pinheiro. And Carlos Prates beats Neil Magny. 5-way round robin. Okay. Or 5-way parlay. 5-leg parlay. 3-way round robin. Thoughts on Damon Blackshear versus Cody? So I think I'm taking Damon Blackshear. It pains me to do so, but he is the better fighter. Damon Blackshear versus Cody Stamann. I think that they're both wrestlers. I think Damon Blackshear is the better wrestler. I think he's fighting for his job, and I think that he will show out. You know, that's the way I feel. That's gonna be my round robin. On this live stream I have done my picks for the card. I'm sorry, I was going through a breakup, man, and like I needed a week, and this card has changed so much. I mean, I really wanted to see the Miles Johns fight, but has that been rescheduled? Does anyone know? Okay, so my parlay is Dos Santos, Prates, Denise Gomez, okay, here. 5-leg parlay. Carlos Prates, Denise Gomez, Jillian Robertson, Abdul Malik, and Jesus Christ, how does this keep getting derailed? Okay. Elizu Zaleski dos Santos to beat Zach Scrogan. Denise Gomez to beat Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Okay. Mansour Abdul Malik to beat Dusko Todorovic. Jillian Robertson to beat Luana Pinheiro. And Carlos Prates to beat Neil Magny. 5-leg round robin. 5-leg parlay. 3-way round robin. Those are my picks. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate that. What do I have stuck in my throat? Nothing, bro. It's cold in my fucking apartment right now. I just turn on the heat. He's fighting Felipe Lima? Wait. Wait, Felipe Lima? You mean Andre Lima? Oh, dude, I know, man. I know there's, yeah, fucking plenty of efficiency and all that shit. Yeah, I mean, we were together for 7 years, bro. It's a little bit... It's not, Jesus. Lighters need butane. Oh, yeah, and, Serie A is going my way so far. Soccer. So is Bundesliga. Time for personal growth. True that. See, like, this is the thing, right? I am very happy I made this channel because, you know, people have been cool. Like, the community's been cool. Musical, MMA, and, you know, some of those guys, yeah, I mean, obviously, MMA Guru was, you know, he was the number one that, told me to make the channel, and, you know, he just went through some shit of his own, so, I mean, you know, which, by the way, I mean, I should send them some, like, flowers or some shit. I don't know, someone said he got doxxed. I don't know what the real situation with him was, but, oh, fuck, Felipe Lima. Yeah. Dude, Felipe Lima, yeah, he's a beast. Dude, see, Miles Johns, though, has been consistently underrated. He really has. I mean, I think that Miles Johns is like a future gatekeeper, as in he'll crack the top 10 at bantam. Bantamweight's a tough division, right? I think he's like, I mean, I'm up on MMA Guru by a lot this year to date. Which said, I mean, you know, and then I'm not trying to flaunt that. MMA Guru is, I mean, he's like a pillar of the fucking community and shit. And, you know, he did encourage me to make my channel. So, like, you know, nothing but respect for him. His picks have been a little iffy. We have one disagreement, I believe, on this card, which is he's taking Semmelsberger. I've lost to MMA Guru picking Semmelsberger before. You know. I just don't, I mean, I think he was robbed against Jeremiah Wells, but he also has looked, like, you know, he falters when he has, you know, he hesitates. I don't like his fucking mullet. He hesitates when, he hesitates in moments where he should go in, you know, and power through and like, you know, I mean, he's a guy who, you know, you'd think he fights like a guy who's chinnable to a degree that I don't necessarily find him to be. Now, Miles Johns versus Felipe Lima. Let's see that, actually. So we got, Jones versus Miocic is next fucking Saturday, huh? Well, count on this. I will definitely be, and I'll try to have that prediction video up sooner rather than later. You're right, Caleb, it is time for personal fucking growth. Just like, Jesus Christ. Don't fully support a girl if she's not, you know, if she doesn't seem to be, well, you know what, I fucked up as much as she did. I mean, if not more so. But never cheated on her. And I could have, but I didn't. So, anyway, boo-hoo for me. Enough. All right, let's take a look at, before I put on soccer. Let's take a bit of a closer look at the Jones Stipe card. I mean, I'm going to take Jones over Stipe, definitely. Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. I mean, that's obviously going to Oliveira. I'm gonna have to go with Bo Nickel over Paul Craig. Paul Craig has just become like a parody of himself, sorry to say. Vivian Arroyo versus Karine Silva. I'm gonna probably go with Karine Silva. She's had a very, very impressive run. 4 straight submissions, and then the Ariana De Silva decision, which was just no robbery at all. Vivian Arroyo who did she lose to recently that made me, yeah, she lost to Natalia, so, yeah, I think she's a bit washed. 37, yeah. Now, here we go. Mauricio Ruffy! Hello. I think we got ourselves a, oh hey. And Parma is about to beat Venezia 2-1. Even if Venezia scores and draws it, I still win. But, that's soccer, by the way, for those of you that don't know. So, what time is it here? So, damn, it's like 10 to 8 a.m. and this fight doesn't, or this let me just cue this up. Okay, so Mauricio Ruffy versus James Lontop. See, James Lontop, you know, I mean, that Borshev fight was pretty intense. But, I had Borshev. He did win. I don't think that was a robbery, although Lontop put it on him pretty quick. He's 2 fights into his 3-fight, contract, and he's lost significantly. I mean, that Padilla submission loss was pretty rough. Against Mauricio Ruffy, who, let's see. Dude, the Fighting Nerds, man. What a fucking great gym. Malarkey, yeah, Mauricio Ruffy, he ragdolled Jamie Malarkey. I mean, it was his debut, but still, I mean, much better debut than Lontop had. The opposite happened to Lontop. And then, okay, who the fuck wants Chris Weidman versus Eric Anders on the main card? I think Eric Anders wins. I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, I think Eric Anders. They keep putting Eric Anders back against the wall with these, like, fight for your career fights. And, I mean, he showed up against, fucking Jamie Pickett. I mean, what do you. But, he knocked out Kyle Dawkins, so what? Lost to Barrio. But, I think of the two of them, he's you know, Weidman's supposed to be this wrestler, but I mean, I think that we've seen better wrestling from Eric Anders. I think Damon Jackson versus Jim Miller. I think Damon Jackson is hey, Parma just beat Venezia 2-1. There you go. I'll always have soccer. Actually, I mean, I've consistently had UFC as well. MMA in general, but UFC. I fucking missed one championship though last night. I was still in the throes of bullshit over my breakup. I haven't even checked how that went. I need to look at topology. You know what? Let me do that actually right now. Anatoly Malakin. Did he lose? Oh, Malakin lost. I do bet on one NPFL, but I didn't this last week. This week I was fucked over my breakup. It's a good thing I didn't. Holy shit. Malakin just lost his belt, huh? Umar Kane. That was at middleweight, right? Insane. So there goes his I mean now. Alright, so you guys, was that a robbery? How did it go? Because I don't really have time to watch it back right now. Rod tag in the co-main. Of course you won that. Went to decision though, huh? Damn, son. Adriano Moraes. Adriano Moraes is a fucking solid fucking grappler. Guillotine round 1. Wow. Damn, look at these. What a card. What a card. Nice. Ayaka Miura. She's a good fighter. I feel like her opponent wasn't nearly in her league. So I mean, yeah. Be that as it may though, I mean, yeah. Who the fuck was watching Cheers on my fucking Paramount Plus? Jesus. But yes, to answer your question, yes, I do watch, I watch all the MMA, and I do bet on, yeah, I bet on soccer, and I bet on MMA. And speaking of soccer, I just won part of parlay. Parma just beat Venezia. I have AC Milan beating Cagliari, Juventus beating Torino today. And then also Bundesliga and Premier League. So I have Bayer Leverkusen, who are up 1-0. I have them winning. They're playing Bochum. Bayern is playing Football Club St. Pauli. Bayern is also up 1-0. I'd be more comfortable with a bit stronger leads, but yeah. Shit is what it is. Damn, did I wake up just at the right time? Out of my fucking depression? think so. Well, not. And once again, I apologize for not having prediction. I mean, fuck, should I make a prediction video? Like, last fucking minute? I mean, why not, right? My friend won't be here, but, you know what? I'm gonna do that, actually. I'm gonna make a prediction video. Alright? And, you guys do me a favor, sit tight. I'm gonna do that. Just, like, I don't care how many fucking, I don't care if it doesn't get many views, because it's, like, day of. But let me hurry up, alright? Alright. I'm gonna make a prediction video for Protez versus Magny.